producing something, but I never felt being
just on the back, on your back, and
oh, Ricky, turn this way in case.
Oh, there we go.
Selection.
Lots of stuff. Oh.
Too many. We're starting with dessert. We're trying to plan ahead. Smells so good.
We've got fruit over here.
Watermelon.
Lots of good stuff.
What? Oh,
So, in line.
in the U.S.
Car manufacturers in those days, and they all make cars that were too expensive. Ford had the idea of building old smoke cars, you know, the people's cars. The workers worked for so much an hour. So that his own workman, after he got paid suddenly, and he gave suddenly with no notice. He wanted them to upwork the car. And he built one they could afford. He started with 10 cans, and just 10 cans like that.
Oh, that's right. He was didn't he work in made carriages or bicycles? Ford at the beginning. He's a carriage maker?
No, he was a so-called engineer for a utility. And he had his
How are you?
and before it had an idea. His men in his own organization, if he'd say, I think this train can come in here and go around a turn at 25 miles an hour, they don't have to slow it down. 5 miles an hour.
Look.
So he told the whole press in the United States,
Away!
He's working on his leg.
so he told the whole press in the United States, up in the Durban, they built a track so this performance could be done. The locomotive came down and it came to the turn, fell right over in the mud.
Oh no.
This was Ford or this was the Duryea brothers?
No, Ford.
Oh, okay.
He said, pick it up. So a couple, 3 days later, by God, he wanted it to happen. He's been sold on the idea.
You need a shot glass? No, she went back.
One of his ideas didn't work. Or you won't find any furniture in your office in that morning. Just build something. Then call him when you're ready and try it and let it fail. Go.
I was noticing his Bolo the car.
Now, what were you taking? Okay.
So I did make it.
How about you?
Okay.
Okay.
That's good. Poodle away.
Hanging on the wooden thing back of our David Duval practice club.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you making it? Well, I can't accept gifts. You know that.
I don't think it was being offered. I think he was really
For one club.
I didn't offer. Treasurer of this whole organization.
Oh, I'm Ann. Ideas are great, great uncle, I think, Rick's great uncle.
Oh, okay.
And I married to Rick.
Pleasure meeting you. Bendex Corporation, I mean, during the time I was going to school, that was just the subject of a lot of business things and the thing that's going on with AG and what's her name? What's her name? Cunningham, Mary Cunningham. So he gave me the inside scoop of what really happened.
The truth.
Oh, look at the picture on the front. Inside and on the front of Time magazine.
Oh my.
The drink in their hand with the home they built at Pebble.
Oh my. Very posh.
That had to cost $75 million.
Oh my goodness.
The ground would cost 25 to 50 million.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I learned a lot from that. Enjoy your lunch.
Yeah, well, make sure and come visit the club.
Okay, now where are you
We're
sitting?
kind of back against the window. It's sort of propped in the leaves.
Okay, I'll do that.
Oh, you go right there.
Oh,
Boy, you have strong resistance.
Where's for it?
Breast. My, they really serve up quite a feast here, don't they?
Okay, you next menu.
Oh, no, I'll be eating here, please. I'd like some chicken.
Which part do you have in this?
Breast, please.
you have to take it off the bone yourself.
That's okay. I can do that. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh my! I'll go for the sole.
Yeah.
Oh my! Thank you.
That's it?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, I think half of one.
Your wife left
That's
half,
okay.
yes.
That's enough.
That's it for you?
Hey, thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Then you're gonna turn around and there's the cold bar.
Oh my.
Kinds of things over there that you're gonna don't figure there's too much with this stuff.
There's
Oh.
quite a bit.
Okay. Can I get you some noodles? Would you like some? Or corn?
Yeah, a little bit. That's enough.
Okay. I think I'll have a little
And I
too.
like the carrots. The carrots are always tender
Oh, good.
with porous, you see.
Okay. About the same?
Yeah, no, that's okay.
That much? More?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yes, more?
Yeah.
Sorry. Ah, good.
Now go on the other side and you'll see something over there you want.
Oh, okay.
On the cold side, I'm gonna put a little,
Oh, a little sauce over there.
little bit of this. Good. And dill pickle. There are a lot of stuff from the Mediterranean. And then the blue cheese, if you like that on anything.
I don't like blue cheese too much. I think Ann might like some blue cheese.
In a different form.
Oh my.
Have to try me some Jell-O. Do you like Jell-O?
That's blue cheese too.
Do you like Jell-O at all?
Yeah, but that's all.
Oh my, that looks excellent. I think I'll go and get some of that. Ann and I we went to the Winter Olympics when they were in Salt Lake City
Oh, yeah?
just a few weeks ago, well, a month or two ago. And you know how people collect those little pins?
Yeah.
The most popular pin was the green Jell-O pin.
Really?
They had a little pin with some Jello on it. Well, you know, some green Jello in the Olympics, because Utah is the state that eats the most Jello in the whole country.
Who, Utah?
Utah. They eat more Jello in Utah than anywhere else.
We were in Utah one time, just north of there, when Hemingway died.
Oh, okay.
In a little town, I'll think of the name of it in a minute. And
Beautiful, that is wonderful. That is
there was only a grass landing strip there in this little town where he died, and there was going to be a memorial service.
even happy.
And they figured they'd have 40 or 50 people from Hollywood would drop over for the memorial service. And we were there to leave town. We'd been there about 10 days. Beautiful, beautiful area. And 3 people came from Hollywood. And,
When Hemingway died, only 3?
3 people.
That's
I'll tell you the
unbelievable.
name of the town. And everybody who was expecting a big funeral didn't have it.
Oh, applesauce.
Oh,
I think I'm going to come back again. Oh, tapioca. I think that's tapioca.
yeah. My mother, you know, I see stuff here that my mother made, like bread pudding.
Uh-huh.
We'll have a pan of it over there sometimes. When we come back for dessert, we'll take a look at that. Hello.
Hello. Unfortunately, I didn't get the first half. Didn't get the first half, but we'll continue. Do you have enough room, honey?
Eleanor, how was the
Now, we're not into dessert yet.
Save room, there's plenty.
He has done it for the last 3 years, I think.
Let's see, what's the name of that
Apropos
town where they had the memorial
of the meeting, of
service
course, we just
for Hemingway?
You did good, girl.
church.
Do you have blue eyes?
He gave the
Pardon?
Do you have blue eyes?
well-known
Yeah.
verse from Jesus.
Now I know where we got all our blue eyes from.
Johnson side.
He was very lucky. But he said,
Oh, this stuff. Oh, he knows.
But here,
I think so.
we like it here. We've been here over 6 years. And it just seems better every year. The service and the food itself. And they have little suggestion cards they want you to fill out. If you want them to have a certain dish more often, say so, and they'll do it.
Wow.
Now I know where I want to come in a couple of years.
Couple of years, I hope not.
Couple years.
Well, they'll do it. They want you happy.
That's wonderful.
Uncle Russell, do you remember anything about Grandma Stratton's farm from the olden days?
My legs feel good, you see. Generally, Elizabeth sits beside me, and she cooks me so much. My legs are all scarred up.
Yeah, I'm Elizabeth
We don't
too.
believe that, right?
Not for a second. See if he remembers Grandpa Stratton's farm. you try it again.
I'm trying to let him get a chance to
Oh,
eat.
we should let him eat one bite
If
first.
he can get to eat, then we'll have plenty of time to pick it.
We can do the Inquisition after. Is that it?
So how did the two of you meet? How did you meet your husband?
It was in Elmira. He was elected to the Elmira College board, and I was already on it because I was head of the alumni.
Well, Gretchen said down there they're doing very well.
So he said to me, well, so of course we were all introduced to the new people. And so he said, I guess he sat next to me. I can't remember how that was. But anyway, he said, do you have any plans for dinner tonight?
Right away?
Just like
Oh my! You asked her out right away?
Why not?
Now I know where Rick gets that.
Well, at that first meeting I attended, so we went to the country club for dinner. Invited to be
Don't you worry about it.
Trustee?
You don't bother me at all, Mom. Why did you say that? Please.
A trustee?
a trustee of Elmira College. They called upon her to give her a speech because she was president of the Alumni Association.
One of the two older girls came in. Elizabeth's on vacation.
Yeah, she is.
So,
And everybody brought their spouses too, from all over the country wherever they lived the rest of their life.
They are
what's
nice.
your matter? What's the matter
They
with
were
you?
sweet.
Lucille and the other girl, big girl.
And again, I asked a doctor friend of mine, whom I knew well,
She said,
who was she? Because I didn't have
I
any
should do
spouse.
for you.
She do
I've
everything.
been alone
She
then
said,
for
well,
2 years.
you go down and have breakfast once in a while and let her do
He told me about it.
that might be a good idea.
Well,
I
later,
think
it
that's
was
a
2 weeks
wonderful
later,
idea.
She said, don't come every day.
I phoned her and asked if she'd like to
Well, anyhow,
have dinner.
I might surprise.
You might, well, I'll be looking for a surprise, okay?
Well, you're a smart man. You knew a good thing when you saw her, didn't you?
No.
I was impressed. I chased her until she caught me.
I can see there's some minor differences yet. Ends up with the same nice bottom line.
Miss Amos, you wanna try the chicken or the...
How long have you been married?
31 years.
Oh,
We
wonderful.
parted for 6 months before we married.
And the chicken is,
Well, we just had our 40th.
And I wouldn't take her to the country club, and I wouldn't take her to the city club.
Okay.
And they're each about to have their 5th.
Great. I like the great. It was over 2 years, but it was my promise to myself that I wouldn't hurry. I've seen other people hurry into those things. And so we courted for 6 months. And, before we got serious.
What would you do when you went out? While you were courting
You
her?
have sex.
Oh, really? I thought you had to wait for that.
Well, doesn't everybody?
I wouldn't know.
Withdraw that
Buy a
question.
pair of shoes without trying them on, do you?
Well, that's a matter of opinion.
Now, we might change that opinion about you're having a good cat.
How long was it before you proposed?
2.5 years.
I don't understand this. Wait, how could you get married after 6 months?
No, he didn't get married.
Oh.
He didn't get married. He said
It got
that
serious.
right.
So you, after 6 months,
Yes.
he proposed after 6 months or
No,
No, I guess. He said,
Even then,
we don't know. Whatever. Whatever he remembers.
I had some feelings of guilt. So I was going to I was invited to Palm Springs to a convention.
The summary.
There'd be 40 or 50 people there who had known me for years. And they thought I was decent. And so I told her that I'm going to Palm Springs. But I wouldn't take her.
Have you eaten? Have you ever eaten my
Unless we were married.
Do you ever?
So I quietly told my stenographer, that's my secretary, I should say, I dictated a letter to my staff
My little girl said,
on our electronic machine,
I said, well, I think
saying by the time you read this,
Richard is there.
I'll be on my way to my honeymoon.
Oh.
We had the wedding set for 7 in the morning, I think.
I think so.
And
At her home.
I might
No
be
church
there.
deal.
I don't,
And then one of our men drove me in my
try it.
company car,
I get my own breakfast.
drove
I
us
enjoy
to
that.
Rochester to catch the plane to Chicago. Well, a big snowstorm came up.
Oh my.
And the fellow who drove us up had brought on the sly, he brought us a bottle of champagne. and
I might have a bag.
we had to stay an extra night in Rochester. We put we could open the windows of motels in most days. We were on the ground floor, put it in the snow. When we finally got out of there,
I thought a pancake would be good. Or a waffle. I make my own waffles, but
Palm Springs.
now I don't have my
And
little.
so I tried to make it legal.
I miss my radio so much. And the other one I
But
can't cook.
I wouldn't take her to the country club during that 6
Or
months.
find a station.
I wouldn't take her to the
I can't see anything.
city club.
I'm just waiting for them to come back.
The same reason. I thought it was too early.
Yes, I love that.
Was that okay with you? Did you respect that, having needing to wait for the 6 months until enough time had passed?
I don't even remember what that went. She was fine. I don't think it was too.
Okay.
The two ends of the table have slightly to considerably different versions of this whole courtship and marriage and perhaps a few other things.
That's where we got married.
We won't take sides, we'll just appreciate
I
both
thought that would
versions.
be wonderful.
But the most important thing, you got the right man.
Yes, right.
That's always the most important
It
thing.
sure is.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, she loved that kind of work. And her mother, Ethel,
Yeah, and the
with flowers and vegetables, was always out in the backyard working with the ground.
Right. I was thinking when I did a little checking into our Ballsley family heritage that my father was the first generation that didn't live on a farm. Probably going back as far back as one can go. That's just the way their family was in Switzerland and then in upstate New York where he was born. His father lost everything in the fire, and I say that's what he died of a broken heart.
That's fine.
A few months after I was born, about the same time your grandfather died. By the way, they both were alive when I was born, but didn't last
You done with this one yet?
a year until I. Now, of course, your grandfather was much older. He was 90. He was your age,
Everything?
I believe,
Just a second.
when he died in '38. But my father had a quarter of an acre lot, and like your sister, you wouldn't believe how many vegetables and fruits. And my mother took care of the flowers. He took care of the fruits and well, she did a lot of work on fruits and vegetables also. We've decided to keep that property. And have their ashes are scattered in that garden. That was their life. And we're going to build a little memorial garden in one corner. I've already gotten the wording for the plaque, and I was able to show it to Mom while she was still rational. After my father died, I had this idea that it would be nice to have a memorial there. Even before we even thought about being able to keep the property. I'm hoping one of the grandchildren will eventually decide to move in, but otherwise we'll just go to visit occasionally and use it as we can. We can never keep it in the beautiful shape they did. But
Is that your resident ducks?
I'm past it. I mean, I enjoy our rule in our property is if it can grow on its own, it's perfectly welcome here if it produces something. But I've never felt the need to spend as much time. I spend a whole lot of time on those lawns. I swear I never spend as much time on a lawn as my father did, but his wasn't putting it. So I can justify it.
You stay here all year long? Or do you
Use it for
This is a retirement community, right? This is a retirement community?
Yes.
So,
We did that for all those years, going back and forth. But now with the planes and everything that we were having a couple of, in fact, we started down with the auto train.
well, now that's, did you worry even about that?
Yes. And so when I go to bed at night, I just think, boy, I sure could. First of all, I don't have to do all that packing and unpacking. But to get on the planes or even the auto train, I'd be scared to death.
You're such a beautiful place here. It's just,
Yes.
Well, you're getting in touch with people from all over the world whom you've never seen and never will, and having conversations with them and falling in love with them. And
Your earrings are very beautiful.
I love them. I was trying to decide what stone that is. I don't know what stone it is. It's like it's almost like an opal, but not exactly.
No, not exactly. Let's see, it's more
because he
like,
ran that farm up there.
I was thinking make a moonstone.
yes,
Very,
yes, I
very
think
By
nice.
so.
himself.
I think they were my mother's.
Oh, good.
But I had so much stuff.
You're probably like me. You're a little bit from this aunt and this grandmother, this mother. Did you find an easy way to I don't know, I don't want to say get rid of, but find a home for all the furniture and all the dishes and china and whatever you did? Everything go to your, I don't know, do you have children also in addition to?
No.
To Susan?
No.
Okay. She's the only child, right?
Yes, right.
Down the field about a quarter of a mile.
We had this housekeeper, and so the house was sold when we were down here in the
So he would
winter.
have
And so I just got on the phone and told the housekeeper first of all, they sent everything up
shovel it onto his
to this other house.
Okay.
wagon.
And we went up there in the summer.
Okay.
And
Shortage of heat.
and then we just, well, you know, got rid of everything.
See, because we're looking at things that were in my mother's house, and it's so hard to decide what is it you sell and what is it you want to keep. And I just wondered, how did you go about that? We're
Well,
just like
I just left it to this housekeeper.
Okay, because you had probably everything that you wanted. No special things were here with you in Florida, probably, whether it was a letter or or a dish or something like that.
With our Susan who lives now,
I had three sets of
Because you end up with sets of dishes, sets of silver, this crystal, these 17 crystals. Because my mother was just the person that had the larger house. So
Yes,
this aunt, great aunt died, no children. This great aunt died, no children. Her mother, her grandmother, and just a gigantic collection of
Yes,
dishes and you just can't save them all. You can't save them all, and it's hard to say not save any. So you're probably the best. You know, okay, somebody else do it. Send me the check. We're done.
the crimes that she committed.
And do you know, did she deal with an auction house, or did she just deal with a local store or a person, or like?
Fathers and mothers.
No, you don't even remember.
I really don't.
You left it up to her, however she did it.
Children,
That was good.
what
That was
they're
good.
seeing
Because
on
I
television.
knew I could depend on her to
Rape,
do it.
Good.
drive-by shootings, and all that stuff.
Good. That's what I
I
need.
don't like
Yeah, that's what I need. One of those people up there. I don't have one.
because they can do it so easily. You guys think you're coming a little too close to him or for no reason. He'll just drive up and put his window down and bang, and the guy's head, and then the guy will go off the road and into a tree or a culvert. And come on. It's a different life.
It's very different, yeah. Now, did you work while you were working? Were you an attorney?
No, but I worked 45 years for one corporation. Not 25, but 45.
Yeah.
And they tried to get me to work. Come back to the central office for one more year, please.
Oh.
And I said, no, deal. Because I knew what was going on in the various divisions, and I knew our corporation was infested with alcoholics in key positions, and with also people like Bill Agee and Mary Cunningham, who were a different kind of criminals. And I knew all of that, and I knew what they had done and where they did it. And Blumenthal tried to get me to come and work for him, take over the international division completely at one point. There were so many people in there who were trying to crawl over the other people
How are we doing?
that the shareholders didn't have a chance.
Doing well?
Riding the bus now,
So finally there had to be a merger.
I am. I got some lunch here.
I can put it in for
What
you.
did your corporation make or do?
Okay.
Well, we made just about everything for aircraft except the
Oh, okay.
fuselage and the engine itself. Lindbergh's plan, if you read the book by Lindbergh, the brakes were ours, the wheels were ours.
Okay.
What few instruments he had were
Are we okay?
Yeah, I've got some much chicken. Could you put that in a little box
Oh, sure.
for me?
it had a different name though. But Mr. Bendex, who had the vision to start this thing, and our division, with the Bendex starter drives for automobiles.
Oh, okay.
So, we made wheels and brakes and brake linings. And then there was a company in Long Island that just I'll tell you the name in a minute, but there was this man who, he and his sister each inherited $28 million when their two parents were killed in an accident.
Oh my.
Now, in those days, that was a lot of money.
Still a lot of money. Still a lot of money.
Oh, well, these crooks I'm talking about, you get hold of that.
I told you that was you're gonna eat few pieces? You're gonna eat some more? Have a couple more bites.
No, well, I don't.
Yeah, I get you some up here. You're welcome.
They, and he had, there were really two people in the company. One was this very wealthy man, and he liked to race motorcycles.
Oh.
And the other was an
May I
engineer,
please?
Thank you.
and apparently a clever one. Well, they would fight with each other once in a while.
You done too? Okay, I think it's time for you to serve.
I know what to do.
And you know,
The guy
yes.
with the money was fired the engineer.
You know what I got, right? I should have.
And after 2 or 3 weeks, he would phone him and talk him into coming back. Because that was the first time anybody utilized the vacuum in the intake manifold of an internal combustion engine that is generated while the engine's running. Great. They were putting it to work.
Wow.
And Bendex, Vincent Bendex,
You done?
was getting so much money from our company in royalties. Like I understand, it was 25 cents.
There's a few more. Do you want to?
Right?
You finished?
And we were building 40,000 of those a day.
Oh my goodness.
So
That's
Vincent
a
Bendex
lot of
went
witches.
to Europe and bought the rights on the first 4 wheel brakes. He bought the rights here in the United States. I can't remember the name any longer. Hydraulic brake. When you hit the brakes now, it doesn't pull that way or that way like the old ones did. And yeah, I wish I could think of the name, and I will. It'll come like that. Well, they would put that vacuum to work. Now, in the old days, Susan used to say to me, she'd be sitting on my knee, Daddy, how did they do it in the olden days? But the only windshield wiper any moving vehicle had, you reach up here and take a hold of the thing and
Turn it yourself.
and it wasn't this, and it wasn't 2 over here. No, this. They ran a line up there from the intake manifold and utilized the power from the intake manifold.
Good.
Well, what happened next?
Sounds good. I've been eating very gradually.
If you're going up a hill,
My dessert.
quite a sharp hill,
I had an apple last night.
in a small car like a Ford or a Chevy, and you're powering it, so the more you power it, the less intake manifold vacuum you have. And indeed, under certain conditions, I would tell you later, it would become a pressure. Well, H&D, they then made it so you could have
Good, man.
good wipers,
That was
except
good, huh?
your wipers would slow down, and you're trying to go up this hill,
Yeah, I'm going to have one.
and your wipers have slowed down.
That's okay. You're taking it for later when you have
And the company in
Mom,
Buffalo,
I'm so proud of you. No wonder you
name
love
I
me.
can't remember,
Anything like that for one
they
time.
had a gay guy as the son of the founder.
I say
And he was trying to climb over every other good-looking man he could find at the conventions. And, P&D. Then Lindbergh reached a point with his plane. We're coming from San Diego. His engine was built, it was a Lycoming engine built in Pennsylvania, near Williamsport. And it had our carburetor, which was a Stromberg, the best of carburetors in those days. And when it was time to, he had done a lot of experimental flying around the West Coast, up and down, under all the conditions he could imagine. And he telegraphed to his advisors, of course, the people in St. Louis are the ones who finally put the money up to build the plane, something like $28,000. And he said, I'll never make it across the ocean with this thing because I'm getting carburetor icing all the time. And I lose power. Well, that's what happens if you take a pitot tube, P-I-T-O-T, and you rush air through it, and on a 30 to 32 degree temperature, and pretty soon you're forming ice in that tube. It gets smaller and smaller. So that's what they call carburetor icing. And he said, I had to land twice coming from San Diego to there. Well, the Stromberg carburetor people sent a couple of engineers right away down to where the plane was with an idea.
Like old times.
And they had to enlarge that tube a little bit. But they designed a piece of wire to go inside like a spring. And from here to here, they needed a battery to do the job, and Lindbergh didn't want any battery because it would weight, added weight. And then you can't go, but he decided it would work. So you energize this spring that you put in there, and it warms that air and won't let ice form. Now you're back, your RPMs start to climb again. And if you read Lindbergh's book, Out Over the Ocean, all he had to do when he started to see those waves about 20 feet from the bottom of the plane, his RPM was down and he was going to be through. But he would flip a toggle switch and turn that on, and almost instantly, a matter of 5 minutes, pick up power, and you climb and try to get out of that particular combination of temperature and everything.
Wow.
You gotta read the Lindbergh book. Anyhow, I admire him so much.
I think it's time to get dessert. I think it's time to get dessert.
Dessert?
Dessert?
That's amazing. Fascinating story. We spent weeks here listening to your wonderful tales. I'm so glad we were able to connect with you. I know you have your medical stuff you've got to get at.
Every car you have now has a computer on it. Who put the computer on it? Bob Robert Sutton had this vision. He was an assistant carburetor chief engineer. But he was thinking entirely differently. And his boss, the chief engineer, Al Winkler, and he didn't get along together. But our chief engineer, one of the smartest, wisest engineers I ever worked with,
You're not shopping tomorrow.
per minute,
I take you to the room tomorrow.
him to go
And you know,
ahead
even better, they come in at
with
12:30
his
when you get all here, right?
drawing board
I'm afraid it's a bad
and
time.
draw this thing
I
up
think so
after
too, because
working
that's the
hours
time
and
they eat.
everything.
I went to see him
Every
around 11
automobile
o'clock,
out here
and
has
he
a
was fine.
computer
The
on it.
girl was with him
Robert
there.
Sutton.
You should come in
And
around
we had
11, we're
the
going together.
strongest written patent.
Yes, that would be better. Mr. Gilmore,
Internal combustion engine.
at what time?
Now that includes jets,
Well, I did take the
and
9
includes
But
diesels.
doesn't matter, whatever
I
you
hope
feel.
I
Yeah.
can, if I get back in time, I'll
Beautiful, look for me.
yeah.
Okay,
I'll do that.
That utilizes electronic controls to feed and control distribution of fuel.
Is Gordon in the hospital?
No, he's in the head center.
Infringe upon our patent. It was written in concrete.
Wow.
And Sutton died, oh, I want to tell you one about his wife 10 years ago. So,
To be continued when we get back from the dessert table.
okay, yeah.
Rick, by the way, is a mechanical, or my son, he was going to be a mechanical engineer. He works on some of the chip, first hard drives for the laptops.
Hey, Glenn?
Connor Russel out in Colorado. That's how,
I think about that with my high school, they were their two teachers.
all right.
Donate $2,000 for
Oh, look at all. Okay, sugar-free there. Well, I have a sweet tooth, so I'll work. I won't worry about it.
This way,
We go in top shelf. Oh, there's more.
cold dishes, and there's fruit. And I have a cold dish from the fridge.
Okay.
I'm a bad diabetic.
So you have to stay away from
3 or 4 weeks ago, my sugar went right through the sky.
This pecan pie,
Pull that down, you get
the whole
chocolate.
potato pie,
Pull this down, you get vanilla. Pull this down, you get a
Hot fudge. Boy.
The mixture's in the middle. You like it, you know, the.
No, I like the chocolate. I'm a chocoholic.
I think this is, that's the chocolate.
Oh, wonderful.
Some people don't put that back. Believe it, this position, if it lays in that position, it won't work well.
Oh. Okay.
pecan, all kinds of pies. Southern green jerky. One, two.
Can I help you, Glenn? You want some fruit?
Yeah, I might have some.
What would you like? Watermelon?
I would be like, when I get angry.
What's he get?
Oh, okay. Pineapple?
Yeah.
Oh, then now he's getting another plate? Yeah.
More pineapple?
No, I'm good.
Cantaloupe?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
You get to carry that one.
Me?
Yes.
Oh.
I almost fell off right here.
That was good. That was good. I'm gonna get me some. I'm gonna get some fruit also.
Well, I would like to record some of his stories. I mean, he's a great business story. Oh, you have it.
Some of them. I didn't get all of it.
We could publish some of it. He's a wonderful business story.
Yeah, I think, we'll talk to him, but Ann and I may certainly come back up and visit a little more because we'll be here for for another week.
This is the kind of stuff that we read in business school about how industry started and who did what and what industry are the little stories that the insider stories. Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
Wonderful.
Bethy, she's going for... I should eat more watermelon. Watermelon's good for you.
Yeah.
I'll get some more melon too. I think melon's good for you also. All right, here we go. One hand there. Oh, I got it back. Put the light plate by the finger. Aha, there we go.
That's another project we have just decided we're going to do, is to get copies, good photographs of all of his pictures wherever we can find them and have a book for you.
More iced tea.
So I had it all.
And do you have any straws? Yeah. Thank you.
I don't know, do you think, Mr. Johnson, these glasses are awfully heavy. Do you think it might be easier with a straw, or would that... I'm wondering if your husband, these glasses they give you are big and they're rather heavy.
Yes.
Do you think he might like a straw so he could have some of his tea?
Oh, I think he'll drink it like that, I think.
Okay. Because they're quite a bit, but okay. But I'm going to get a straw anyways. I don't like the ice on my tea.
I see.
Yes, I did. It was a big debate. I might go back for a smidgen of mousse.
I thought you put a little mousse on your...
Well, that's what Uncle Russell was trying to convince me of.
Oh, he was.
So you were saying Samuel Clemens was from your area?
Yes, oh yes.
We want to hear about Elmira. She grew up in Elmira.
Right. Well,
And we've heard there's a Mark Twain house or area there.
Yes.
I think they're about to pick your wife's brain now about Elmira. You get to have a break and enjoy your dessert, and then we'll get the second.
So was he?
half
He
of
was.
it.
It's a good place to live. And
How many are there?
He was older than you, right?
Two more here.
Elmira was kind of been that big,
No,
so we would have seen him or his family in school or in church or shopping.
they had come over from some foreign country and settled in
Hartford, Connecticut.
down in there where
Bradford County.
the people from that part of Europe came and settled. In fact, a lot of them were waiting for the Queen Catherine to come over and join them.
Excuse me?
Sorry,
Thank you. Oh, excellent. You have a good memory.
Was it Catherine?
And they named,
Grandma always said it was Marie Antoinette.
they even named a creek after her. He became famous
It doesn't
for
matter,
having
whatever you come down, we'll go.
the wonderful rainbow trout from Seneca Lake come to spawn up in this little stream.
Catherine,
10 miles up.
my grandfather took me there fishing a number of times.
They would stand so close to each other, their lines would get mixed up with each other. Yeah, honestly,
I believe it. I do.
yeah.
They all wanted the good fish. You see pictures like that in Alaska today, where they go up to fish the salmon and they're cheek to jowl with people on the banks. Yeah.
And he looked good. I saw
They
him
were
look
lucky enough
really
to
good.
win the lottery
He
to
even
be
know,
able to go
oh,
up
it's you, Fred.
and stay near where the bears and the salmon get together. in the right season. Where
together.
you have platforms
Well,
that
she was, you know,
the
taking
people
it.
are up on platforms and the bears and the salmon are down on the
Sorry, I
riverbank.
don't mean to.
I
You could let Ricky and Ann tell the story.
a lot,
You know that.
but I never have seen it.
Have it, have a great day.
They had some wonderful pictures and they tried again this year, but I guess they didn't win a lot of it this year.
You got, what you got, don't
You
get
have to
drunk.
pick,
Don't get
it's
drunk.
kind of a tough choice because if you pick a time in the middle of the season, everybody's going to want to go for that, and your odds will go way down.
I'll see you
If you pick
tomorrow.
a time at the very beginning or at the
Take
end,
care.
you got better odds, but you might not see as many bears.
That town where was Ketchum, Idaho, was where the author was buried.
Hemingway.
The people from
Hemingway.
Idaho, 3 people came. They just had a DC-3 grass landing strip,
Wow.
and that's where I saw my first real rodeo.
Oh, well,
It was the Wild West then, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I bet. I bet.
Ketchum, Idaho.
we have friends from in Alberta, in Calgary, and they have the stampede up there once a year. And that's kind of a real big affair for rodeo
Sounds good.
and those.
Very good.
Great country.
We drove the kids all the way across, visited those friends in Calgary, and then came down back through the Grand Canyon area. And back in '76, when they were small, but we worried that the gas prices were going out of sight, and if we didn't do it then, we might never get another chance. They still remember that trip. Beth was really small, so but she.
I got to be in the back seat.
She got to sit in the
In the
backpack.
backpack.
What we called is the backpack. I had a Saab station wagon.
Oh,
In fact, the first
3
6, 7, or 8 of our cars were Saabs.
good automobile.
My first one was a 1958 Saab. It had a 2-cycle engine. We took it on our honeymoon, and we had reservations in Maine. But in June, in the state of Maine, and it was so cold that unplanned, we said we canceled the rest of the reservation in Maine and headed south. I ended up down here and visited Uncle Bill and his wife when they were over on Australian court. We didn't stay with them, but we at least stopped to visit. My godparents who were up in Tampa, my mother's childhood friend, Dorothy Green, was my godmother. She's still there. In fact, we took Mom up to, the last time she came down, she stayed one night. We have other friends in the Tampa area, so we stayed with our friends and she stayed with Doc. We were glad that she had that chance before her mind slipped away.
Oh, I was going to tell you about this inventor who invented electronic fuel injection, which is on every car out here except for a $7,000 or $8,000 car. His widow is still alive, and he had gone to Tri-State College in Angola, Indiana, which was a technical school, and no social life.
There still is no social life there. I grew up 45 minutes from Angola, in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Yeah.
Well,
Fort Wayne is where life was, right? Angola was nothing.
Relatively speaking.
he said to me, now when you go through that town, stop, because at that time I was calling on Auburn and Cord and most people.
Oh yeah, Albert Court Duesenberg.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, Rick and I went to the museum there.
Did you ever hear of Slim Davidson? He was about the most important employee of Auburn Court. and he was in charge of everything in the manufacturing. And E.L. Cord, the financial man, had a swanky office in Chicago. And one time, one of my products, the Startix that I took out to sell in 1931, I got a message that it was Mr. Cord's car's Startix isn't working right.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I
speaks.
get on the, we still weren't using planes that much, but I drove over to South Bend, and then we took the South Shore line up to
Chicago, yeah.
And I told the receptionist who I was, and I was summoned, and she called his chauffeur up. Well, the chauffeur came up from the garage, which naturally was way down in the bottom, and got me, and took me down. And everybody was very good to me. I'm happy for all of that, except one guy at Hudson, Essex. And it didn't take me 5 minutes to tell him what was wrong with it. It was real obvious. Somebody had monkeyed with it and had melted the wax that we had deliberately put in, where there was an adjustment that could be made. But don't break this wax, because those people are going to monkey with it. And well, I guess nobody in the world knew how to do it but myself, and I had magnetic tools made special for me. A little screwdriver and a little wrench. And when I first went, I sold Hudson Essex at the first customer. Okay, the car's coming down the line, and the line is moving. They told me one day at Buick back in those days that if you stop a line that costs $43,000 a minute.
Oh my goodness.
And that's easy to figure if you want to go back. There's no productivity during that period, and all the unproductive people are getting paid, salaried people, and all the productive people are doing nothing and we're getting paid. Well, so I'm lying on the running board, and my instrument is mounted on the firewall, and I could reach up in there, and I could push a button, and I could deliberately make it overspin in one direction, deliberately back it off and interrupt and crank it. It would hit it, but it wouldn't crank it. Okay, and I would set it where it ought to be and lock it up. Now it's moving all the time, and I had to do it, and I had to do that for about 7 months before our factory found out, because the suppliers of the generators and starters and voltage and regulators and other things, they all had their pluses and minuses, and their